Hello guys, quick guide, 10 short tips to make you better on Bronzebeard so you waste less time, have more fun, right? Tip number 1, do not gamble your runes. Do not gamble your runes of Ascension. Why? You can do it, you can get something cool, but most likely you won't. Most likely you will get some garbage or something for not for your class, because there's 10, I think 1000 different enchants on the server, right? So the chance that you get something cool is pretty low, right? And the chance that you'll get some garbage is pretty high. So all of the blue ones are available from vendors, your class trainers. The epic ones are predetermined drops in the world. If you ask people on Discord, or there's databases for that, but if you don't want to spoil your fun, you can go out hunting for them, but it's gonna be difficult to find what you need, right? And then you can gamble, right? If you don't want to spoil your fun. But otherwise, I would highly suggest to look up where you can find those, right, and get them. Like I said, those blue ones you can find at the vendor, right? Cool. Another part, if you have mystic enchants in your collection, right, like I do here, right, applying them, especially the legendaries, it will cost you tons of runes, around 5000 for Legio and 1500 for the epics. So keep that in mind, it's gonna cost you a ton. The blue ones that you buy from vendor are anywhere from 5000 to 50,000, depending on their power, so be aware of that. That's why I suggest you highly not to gamble them away. Also, even saving the collection costs 5000, right? Part 2 of the same tip is, let's say you find an enchant in the world. There's a book here. You heal this guard. And he rewards you with the scroll, with this specific enchant, right? Now, I can apply it again for free. No rune cost or anything, because I have it in a scroll form, right? I don't need the altar for this or anything. Boom, it's in, I can use it. Cool. If you need to go to toilet, if you need to go to shower or something, you need to take a short break from game, park your character inside of an inn. Why? Because after 15 minutes of sitting in inn, you get an 8% XP buff. Right? So you waste less time while being AFK. Right? It's a small difference. Look, standing here, the buff disappears and you get nothing. Standing in, you get the buff, you get bonus XP for 2 hours. It's a massive buff, right? Cool. Tip number 3, monster resistances. aka if you hit a big fire elemental, you might be resistant to fire damage, right? So consider hitting it with the sword, or hitting him with the frost damage or fire or other element damage, right? Same concept works if you have like heavily armored enemy. Dude that has heavy armor, hit him with spell, right? You will take more damage. Another tip is explore. Exploration is buffed on Bronzebeard. For example, finding a spot that isn't explored, like this entire area for me, right? The exploration XP is buffed by 5 times. So each zone would be equal to making an entire quest worth. At least that's according to the Grey, the developer, right? So it's really worth. For example, if you have a bunch of quests here, right? You finish those quests, just make a bigger loop and uncover those zones. It will be more XP for you. Next tip is to group up. Not only it's more fun, it will also give you strictly more XP, it's actually buffed on Bronzebeard. Grouping is very encouraged, right? But also the items that monsters drop, the quest items, are copied. You get multiple copies of them, so everybody can loot them, no problem. So keep that in mind. It's very convenient for you. It's easy to group up, and it's only positives. I don't see any positives to just staying solo, right? Cool. Next tip, collect your path to ascension rewards. If you go to your microbar here, dungeon finder item, social, quest log, yada yada, there's a path of ascension, path to ascension. There's a bunch of things here that you can do, and each one of them will reward you various amounts of runes. For example, being fully mystic enchanted, if I would fill all this page, right, would reward me with 5,000 runes, right? So it's a massive reward. Another part is resurrecting, creating an outfit, collect transmog. It's a tutorial that rewards you with tangible rewards for learning how to use the game, right? Unlocking second specialization, epic riding, Worldforged mystic enchants, bunch of stuff. I have this quest already apparently. Enter Mana Storm. Oh, this is not active on Bronzebeard, so don't worry about it. But you can get the quest for gearing up, quest for PvP, finishing a dungeon, battleground. There's that, right? A lot of runes are here, especially for your first playthrough. Next tip is Worldforged Gear, aka the random items that you find in the world. Those are the RPG elements. For example, this sword that I found somewhere in Silitus or somewhere, or maybe Tanaris, somewhere in there. This was this polearm that I definitely found in Silitus. Not only looks cool, it has pretty good stats for its level, but on top of that you can upgrade it to level 60. Yeah. If, for example, you misplaced a weapon that turns out to be really good, or piece of armor, you can always prestige your character. That will reset all of the world RPG items, right? And you can pick them up again. So that's one way if you mess up somewhere. Next tip is Callboard quests. Callboards are available in like main cities, mostly. War Chief Command Board. They have a bunch of things, weekly rewards, PvE, PvP, professions, high risk. This is the PvP thing. Miscellaneous, those lead you to quest hubs. You see reset, when the dailies are resetting, when the weeklies are resetting, what's your progress towards the Kashi. The Kashi rewards you with gear, right? For example, you can make some of those things from professions, sell them on auction house. People will buy them very easily if you price them well. They can turn it in for runes and for gear, right? You can also pay up with gold and finish it instantly, right? But generally speaking, it's not recommended. Like this one in PvE, after like level 55, you have this one, dungeon crawling. Later on you also get like mythic crawling, stuff like that, and it rewards you with runes. You can collect it like 7 times per day, so it's a very good source of runes of ascension. It's almost free, right? But let's say I want to finish it with gold, right? I pay gold. Cool, I get some progress. I can collect one more. And I get full Kashi progress, and it gave me an entire box. I can open the box. Give me a fist weapon with a random proc. Pretty cool. Mythic dungeon gear. So there is it. There it is. Another tip, last tip for you today, is to stay hydrated. Drink water. Do not fall asleep in front of your computer. Sit up straight. take care of yourself. It's only a game, you don't have to spend 18 hours per day in front of it. But there's a second part to this tip. If you open your character pane, you have to scroll to spell. You see mana regen. This is my base mana regen. And this is my mana regen while drinking, 570. But if you observe carefully, you see it ramps up. They introduced a specific system that ramps your mana regeneration while as you drink. The longer you sit and drink, the higher it gets. Right? So remember, we started at 570, we're already at 1000. Now I reset it to 500, 600, and so on, right? So even if, let's say, you're a high-level healer and you group with some low-level mage, even his low-level water can help you out in a significant amount. You just have to sit a little bit longer, right? So keep that in mind. Anyways, I have been making this video for a second time now because I got myself muted last time. So thank you for your attention. If you learned something, leave a like. If I wasted your time, leave a dislike. And I'll see you tomorrow in 12 hours or something on the launch. Let's hope that servers will not blow up. I've been on the stress test today. It looked really well. Really good. No lags, no disconnects. So I am very optimistic. See you soon.